Welcome back.
Welcome. We're
You came
here.
back. I'm like, oh my God, I feel so awkward doing this because Brittany usually starts us off and now she's made me not. She's made me do it and I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, so anyways, welcome guys. Very
Which is so
excited.
silly. I don't know why
I don't
Jessica
know.
talks more than I do,
Maybe
but for
that's
some reason that was intimidating.
maybe that it's so funny because it's like maybe that's the chance I give you to talk because I'll just chat the rest of the way by me, myself, and I are gonna have the whole conversation by ourselves. But
Yeah,
you introduce us.
that's right. That's your one and only job,
That's it.
Brittany. You
Exactly.
you don't even
Mm-hmm.
you don't
You'd
even do
be
your actual job, which is to research. You decide
you
the
show up.
intro.
But that's okay. But you know what? You bring us in and you take us out because usually I like don't know how to wrap it up very well. And you're like, okay, that's enough, Jessica. I'm like, okay, bye. Bye, bye,
You're like,
bye.
we're
I don't
actually leaving now.
exactly like I have to end the
Totally.
recording earlier. Anyways, yeah.
But
So
I
how are
love
we?
it.
I love it
I'm kidding.
too.
Well, this is the week after Bev's episode.
Yes, and it's March.
It is
It's
officially
March. It's
March.
officially March. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I hate March, if I'm being honest, because
fair.
it's like the longest, it's like January part two. Do you know what I mean? It's like February like
Oh,
barely happened. And then like because January is so long and painful, and then like March is so long and painful. And I think it's just
mhm,
cold and it's like a miserable time. So I don't know.
fair. Totally fair.
Mhm.
I don't know if I have any feelings about March.
I
I'm just
do.
so happy it's not January
I know,
at
right?
that point. I'm like, we're just one step closer to spring.
One step closer to
It's
not
coming.
winter weather. Yeah. Although
Yeah.
I
Well, in
can't
Canada,
complain. Yeah.
well, you can still complain because your winters are still not awesome. Like
No,
we'll
they're
have
not
shitty
bad. I'm
days.
out every day and like I wear like I've only had to wear my winter jacket like maybe twice and it wasn't because it was like at nighttime. I was walking at night. Do you know what I mean? So it was just chillier. It was probably like -1 if that, right?
Fair.
Or like the car was cold, but like we have barely had any weather. But that like I signed up for that, so that's good.
That is good.
That was the
Yeah, like
point of this.
it's not like super bad here. There's some days that are just like the wind chill's not super awesome, but
No.
today, like right now, today's a decent day. It's not too cold outside, so the dogs are outside. So they don't harass me while we podcast because they are always harassing me
They're
somehow.
always, yeah, I mean,
And Honey has found a way that if I don't open the door because she scratches at it, she goes to the bedroom window because that's normally where I am to avoid them. And I tuck back into bed and she jumps on the window.
fuck
she's like,
her. Are you kidding me?
Mama, wake up.
We said we want in. Oh my God. She's so sassy.
Oh, she's
She's
so obsessed with me.
she
I'm
is
like,
a
okay.
husky, right? And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
huskies have such personality. Like, oh my gosh. You had sent me, or I don't know, we've got a group chat between us siblings, me, you, and our brother
Mhm.
Matt. And it was
That's
like a
right.
dog that was like having a tantrum, a husky, and it was like putting his foot down or his like paw down, like,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever. That was my
Yeah.
dog
That's what,
impression. Is that
yeah,
it?
that was.
Does that work?
Well,
I mean,
sure. It's okay.
am I
Yeah.
wrong?
But
Yeah, I don't know. That's
yeah,
funny.
she's very sassy. Huskies like to hit, and so she's a hitter. And then when she doesn't,
What a bitch.
when
That's
she
so
hits,
funny.
and she'll hit like 20 times if you don't move or if you don't do anything, even if I'm saying like no, no, no. And then she'll be like, ah, like just like this crazy bark where I'm like,
Start
okay,
okay then.
no, we're not doing that either. But yeah, that she'll pester. But it's funny because huskies really enjoy routine, like most dogs.
Mhm.
They really enjoy routine, and she knows that she gets breakfast at 8 a.m. and she gets supper at 6 p.m. And so there are mornings where she's tapping at me at 6, and I'm like, no, it's not time yet. You got 2 more hours, and she'll keep hitting until we go all the way out to the kitchen. And she gives me the eyes to be like,
It could be time. Yeah.
because she won't go to the door. She will look at her food or her food bowl and then look at me. And I'm like, no, sorry, buddy, it's 2 more hours. And I'll start walking back to the room. So she goes back to the room and lays down. She tests me and I'm like, you can't, but when it's 8 o'clock, she's like, okay, I'm starving.
But it's time, yeah. That's so funny. Really side note, but we're doing that anyways, this episode, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's what it is.
My friend, Kaylee, it's fine. Should I say her
Yeah.
name? Whatever. So they just went on vacation, her and her husband, and they have like a camera, whatever, like they've got 2 cats. Okay, it's Ren and Kylo. Kylo and Ren. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
And they were like mischievous little brothers. Like they are like, da, da, da. Anyway, so they've got a camera in their house to like look over the cats or whatever. And they had like an auto feeder. Those
Oh
fucking
my God.
bastards knocked it over.
No.
Like we're just devouring. It's
Was anyone
so
even
funny.
was anyone even looking at their house like while they
I
were gone
don't,
on
I'm sure that
vacation?
there was, but like they have like their like photo or like their videos, like, yep, that's what's happening. It's like, damn
Oh
cats.
shit.
I mean, I love
That
cats, but Jesus.
I don't even know if I have enough rage in my body. I don't even know what I would
Like,
do.
you're just
Like,
gonna,
what do you
yeah.
fucking do? What are you gonna
It's
eat for the rest of the week
crazy.
now?
Oh, totally. Exactly. It's like, and that's it. You've just eaten all of your meals. Exactly. So funny. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Cool. Love that. Love
Well,
that for animals.
but that's the thing, like animals very much act like children where like they like routine, they like certain things. And then but you're also just like, thank God I can leave you at home alone. Like
Exactly, right?
we
There's
done here.
like my daughter who like gets one whiff of food, like it's not her
Yes.
supper time, but somebody's eating.
Yeah.
She wants it. And actually, even the
Yes.
granddad was eating, what was he eating? Yogurt or whatever. But like the second Maria sees that he's eating something, she's like on her way. She's like, we're gonna eat
That's
this
so
together, granddad.
funny.
And so granddad actually's like, I haven't gotten a cuddle today, but I always get a
Oh.
cuddle when I have food. I'm like, yes, you do. Always. It's
Maria is
like
definitely a spawn of our family. We're just like,
literally.
ooh, food.
Yeah, she will try anything. That's so funny. Yeah. So
Well,
yeah,
I
today's
love
episode,
that.
I guess, because we chat like this all the
Yeah.
time. Like, oh yeah, we're doing an episode. We're not just like,
We're here.
hanging out.
We're
Well,
doing
we
the
are.
things. And like we have
Mm,
fun things that have happened
yeah.
that we're going to talk about in general.
Yeah. We just kind
But
of like wanted to do a general catch up, see how everybody's doing. March has
yes.
begun.
Yeah.
I
Well,
yeah.
one quick question before we dive in.
Mhm.
We would love feedback, and I'll put a poll out when this episode comes out of
Mhm.
if there if people would like us to continue doing like a new theme every single
Mhm.
week, or
That's
if like a
good.
series of stuff, or if you like the being super random or
Yeah. If you
whatever.
guys have suggestions too. I know we always say that, but like
Yeah.
it's like we're just like continuing on. Do you know what I mean? But if
Yeah.
people like the format, or because it really there is no format.
Yeah.
We just research and we chat about it, and I really
Yeah.
enjoy it because it like opens my eyes. But also I'm easy, and like
Yeah. Well, we have so many questions that we're like, well,
yeah.
someone's got to tell us the answers here. So
Exactly. Yeah.
oh,
Anyways, so
I
yes,
love
definitely
it.
put out a poll.
I
Let us
will.
know, please and thank you. And like, because I know that we've got like, quite a few listeners that like actually like, they check in all the time or whatever. But yeah, like guys, your opinion matters to us. It's very important to us
Yeah.
actually. We do this for everyone, for ourselves included, but for you too.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
please let us know your if, ands, buts, wants, stuffs. Yeah.
Dislikes.
Dislikes. No.
And if you also dislike carrying the dogs in the background or whatever
I
shit,
hear her at the door. That little
feed.
bitch. She's like, I'm gonna go
Do
to your
you?
window. I
Yeah,
know where
she's
you
literally
are.
insane. She's so
That's
insane
fine.
right now. She's literally like, I don't even know how that door's still standing.
Yeah.
When I when I go out there, I'm like, oh, it must be melting outside because I can see like so the door is here.
Yeah.
Which I'm holding up my hand right now to be like tall.
Yeah.
And so the top of my fingers would be the top of the door. And she is almost at the top with all of the dirty
That
footprints.
fucking
Because she's a
bitch.
long girl. She's long. She's
She's a
big
big
baby.
dog. She's not
She's
a
a big
baby.
girl. And I don't know if she's done growing yet. It's hard to say.
I doubt she is, because she's not even one yet, right?
Oh, no, she'll be one in May. And Grizzly capped out, I would say for sure at one. And then she just like ballooned out to be a
She's like, and
sausage.
now I'm a big one.
Yes.
I
But
like
now
to
I've
be
recently found out
roundy
she's got
poundy.
like a hyperthyroid. So
Nice.
that
Yeah.
will change her shape significantly.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
she won't be
totally.
but it's funny because this thyroid medication, super side note, obviously, again. So with her
We're on
thyroid,
7 side notes from now.
yeah, there's
Fine.
so many things.
Fine.
With her being on this thyroid medication now, not only will it just like help her gradually lose weight because her body's whatever is just what it is, she'll have more energy. And I'm like, oh, so what you're saying, my lazy perfect dog is actually going to be just as psycho as my baby, honey.
I mean, but you know what? Then maybe it'll be good because like Honey will they'll be able to keep up to each other. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like they'll run
And they
themselves out.
certainly do. Like they definitely enjoy their time together all day long. But it would be nice for them to not be scratching at the fucking door and then just go hang out there.
You're totally, if you want to go get them and sort them out, you can. It's fine.
Oh, I don't want to.
No, I like that answer. Okay, cool. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, fun things have been happening this week, or like in the last couple weeks, I feel like. So
we discovered something brand new.
Well, I was chatting with my mother-in-law, and we just casually chat. I think we were on a walk actually. Anyways, we were walking past one of our neighbors' houses, which is about 1, 2, 3. He's like 4 neighbors over. He's like west of our house. Anyways, he's a farmer. He owns most of the land where we're kind of like on an acreage kind of style. Like we've got like about, I want to say like 1.5 acres is what we're on. And he's got like of the other neighbors, like he's got the biggest chunks of farmland. So he's got cows and whatever else out there.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, so in one of his back fields, there is like a reservation of trees. There's like a whole bunch of trees and like rocks and that, but it's like very specific area anyways. And the rest of this is like all where the cows and bulls or whatever are. Anyways, so my mother-in-law told me, she's like, that's actually like a circle of trees. Like it's like she didn't say fairy tree, but what I know now is a fairy tree. But she's like, it's a circle of trees, and it's like a very.
I forget what the word she called it.
What did she
Not
call
Stonehenge, but it's
no, she said it was like a stone circle or like
yeah.
But I was like, oh, stones, like okay, like interesting. Which is, and when I think of like stones, I think of like Outlander, like or like big chunks of slabs, which is totally like fair. Anyways, so yeah, so I was like, okay, well that's really cool. But she said the owner of the land, his name is Mr. Kelleher. I don't think he needs to have his whole name on here, but whatever.
Mr. Kelleher, we know you're listening.
Oh my God. Like that's so funny. He's like a man in his 70s. Like it's him and his 3 brothers own all of this land. Like they grew up here, like their old house is down there. But like these 3 brothers, none of them have children. So it's like, they're just like,
so it's going to end with them then.
I hope not, but I think they've got like cousins. And it doesn't matter. That's not the sad part. There's no sad part.
It's not better.
No, no, it's not better.
It's not better.
But it's but yeah, so he's like, but they're very, very old Irish, very traditional. So Mr. Kelleher, I was going to call him it doesn't matter. Whatever. Michael is his name. Michael doesn't go in to this area. Nobody in their family enters this area because of their superstitions, right? Like, so traditionally, this is fairy ground. This is like they're very superstitious folk, very Catholic, like very religious in that sense. Like there's no, and I think as even though they may not like they don't believe in they're very like traditional Catholic, they still are very superstitious of the alternative, right? So I think that's kind of nice. That's Ireland for you though too, right?
Which is so wild.
It is. It's like, oh, but
yet so superstitious.
You allow that anyways, because you'd think if they were so religious in that sense, then they would they wouldn't care, right? But
well, if they were as religious and Catholic and very true on traditions, it would be very interesting to know why none of them married or had kids.
That's true. Exactly. Anyways, so
it is interesting what they decide to follow. That's cool.
Exactly. So anyways, yeah. So I'm like, okay, this is really exciting. Like, after we chatted about it, like, okay, like I drove past it, like I drive past it every day, multiple times a day. I was like, oh, I want to go see, I want to go check it out. Like it's far enough away that like I have to like, it's a big field, but it's probably like a 10-minute walk from like our road to the stone or the whatever the place, the trees. So I'm like, okay, oh yeah, Jan, my mother-in-law also said, she's like, oh yeah, you just dump the fence, just go on over and like it's fine. And she's like, just make sure that there's no bull in their yard. It's like, okay, because like he raises that. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna not. So anyway, so I wrote him
so hardcore. She's so hardcore.
But she has a history with them too. Like she's talked with Michael like she's lived here 30 years, whatever, right?
But like hot second tip. One of the first times I've ever met Jen.
Yeah.
Where she's like, we're gonna go check out this awesome graveyard. And she pulled over and she's like, it's just over here. And it's like blocked off and it says no trespassers. And we're jumping a fucking gate.
Was that the one I was at today?
I don't. It was upstairs. It was like up the hill.
Yeah.
Where like you guys, it's
typical. Where it was like today. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's like,
and she was just like, it's okay, and I was like,
oh yeah, totally.
I don't know about that actually. I tried to follow the rules.
No, and that's how I am too. Literally, and that's kind of when with regards to this, I was like, yes, I know that like Jan says it's fine that for me to do that. I'm like, but because I am, out of respect for the fae people, fairies, and for Michael as well, like for the Kelleher family, I was like, I don't want to just like assume that I can do that, right? So and I'm like, okay, like, and I gave it like a couple weeks of me like driving past, like I said, like I drive past her all the time. I walk out there like every day, like, and sometimes I see him, sometimes don't, but I have not seen him like at all. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna write him a letter. So I just made a
Hmm.
note. I was like,
Mhm.
hi, it's, this is Jessica. This is what I'm interested in doing. Like,
Yeah.
this is where it is. This is my general interest in it. This is why. So it's not just I want to come
Yeah.
on your property and I want to see, but it's like, oh, I'd be interested in looking at it, taking some pictures, visiting a couple times if possible.
Yeah.
Just, so yeah. Anyway,
Just,
so
yeah,
I
getting
I
to know the
dropped it
city.
off. I was so excited, but I'm like, oh, like I gave my phone number. I'm like, okay, so like he's definitely gonna like either like make a point to like see me or call me, and of course not, because like why would he? But so I was out with one of my sister-in-laws and the babes yesterday or whatever, and yesterday, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I don't know. Anyways, we
I don't
popped by his
remember.
house and I talked to his brother, not him, but his brother. He's like, oh yeah, Michael got your letter, like absolutely, like go for it.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
was like, perfect, okay, thank you. So I think having that
Yes.
like assurance that
Permission.
they're okay with it, then it's fine.
Yeah.
So, and I would
And
like to
and
go
they know
back.
who you are, and you're not
Yeah.
like someone who would be disrespectful.
No, exactly. Like I don't plan on like drinking out there, like causing a mess or whatever. So
You're not gonna
anyways,
fuck around with those fairies.
exactly. Dude, like I couldn't even like fathom that. I'm like, don't even say that out loud. Don't do it.
But like really,
Uh,
but like people think about it. Have you guys ever seen Eurovision? This is like the only way I can have people connect to what Jessica's seen
yes.
because the lore is very much the same,
Lore is
where you
so
the treat
crazy.
the fairies
Sorry.
with a lot of respect. And
This
if
is
you
my
don't
lotion
and you
bottle, if you're
cross them,
wondering. It's
that is
like,
intense lotion.
you know what? My
Like
hand dryness
let me
is
just take my
intense.
2 liter lotion. Yeah.
It's literally beside my face and it's the size of my face. Okay, sorry, but my hands are like painfully dry.
Ah,
Anywho, yes. So yeah, you must like treat the fairies
so
with respect. And
yes. And if you don't, things
exactly. So
can happen in a negative way.
yeah, fuck around
Things
and
could
find
also
out.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So anyways, so yeah, that same night that I got the permission, we me and my sister-in-law, we
Mhm.
were like, you know what, like the kids are good, the boys are home to watch the kids, like do you want to go? So we just like went and like, okay,
Yeah.
perfect, like let's go for it, right? So this was great because it was like I don't know, just before 5 maybe, I don't even know what time it is, but it was like perfect time to go. The field was like kind of dry, kind of not, because it's like a
Oh
fucking
yeah. Oh
field,
yeah.
right? So like
Yes.
yes, parts of our shoes did get some like soppage, but that's fine. Anyway,
Yes.
so uh before I went, I thought it was like a stone circle, right? Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
see like some circle stones, right?
Right.
um Now when I'm approaching it, and I have videos and I've got photos of this that I'll post, or I'll send to Brittany, maybe we'll do like a reel or something. I can do a reel. I
Yeah.
love reels.
You do a reel, Jess.
I
That would be
love
good.
I love reels. I made another reel today because I love reels. Just
Well,
love
there you
reels.
go.
Yeah.
You are in charge of the reels
I'll
from now
make
on.
I've always been in charge of the reels, Brittany. Like there's I post 2 reels a week at
It's true.
least, right? For
And
us.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's enough of our bickering. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm walking up and I'm like, okay, this isn't really what I expected, but there's like large boulders, like circle, like kind of protecting it in a sense. Like as
Oh.
I'm walking up. So this is like if you're looking at the field, it's off to the far left and it's like a big chunk of the corners kind of blocked off there. So yeah, there's like big boulders kind of scattered along the front and like towards it. And basically it's just like all of these redwood trees. Like it is like they're kind of everywhere, but it's like really magical looking. Anyways, when we work our way in a little bit, you can see there's almost like a spiral like of walking through trees, and
Oh.
it's in the middle. It's like these redwood trees are just in a perfect circle, and in
What
the
the heck?
middle it's like a really dark mud pit. So as I've done some research into this, I guess when I first got there, I had only like done my research on stone circles and like how to, do that kind of stuff. So I've learned from that, operating with stone circles is you enter them clockwise and you exit them counterclockwise. So I'm like, okay, so this isn't a stone circle, but it is like a circle of trees. Like I feel like a really high vibration. Like I was
Yeah.
telling Layla, I was like, oh my, I'm not comfortable entering it fully, but like I'm like, yeah. Anyway,
Oh, that'd be so
so
cool.
so it
The
was
energy
like
would feel so insane.
honestly, like it was like I felt like a head rush almost. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
It was really cool. So anyway, so we like walked in a little bit. We went like in, and it was almost like these logs of wood were like kind of scattered. It was like benches. It was really, really neat. So it was like we were kind of sitting
Oh.
looking at the center, right? So it was like before we didn't fully enter, and like I said, I don't know if I will or not, but I was like I was looking at it. It was really, really neat. Very, very
So,
high
and none of this
vibrational.
would be man-made, like none of this, it all kind of would just organically just
Oh,
be there. So
exactly.
these
Yeah.
benches are like just
Everything
there.
there. Nobody put anything there, right?
Wow.
So yeah, how they are created, they are a natural creation. So a redwood would have been in that big pit, the big circular like black pit that I'll have a photo of. And then when that tree is gone, it's like the remnants of it fall perfectly around to create a circle.
Oh,
So then that's where you see like the tree's offspring. So there's like a full circle, right? And it just kind of, but the way that even the pattern, like I'm not kidding you, you walk in and you're spiraling, but like down towards. Do you know what I mean? It was really neat.
wow.
So yeah, anyways, so I've got lots of photos of that, beautiful views, some mushrooms from nearby, which are also like a very like
Can you eat them?
fairy culture. I wouldn't, but just out of protection for myself. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, so I didn't enter the circle fully, but I was talking with my sister-in-law and I'm like, I think, and she's so open to all this, which I'm so thankful for.
Oh, that's amazing
So
too.
it's like, so we're sitting there on like our little log and we're just sitting beside each other because I told him I'm not really comfortable going in just yet because I don't really know what I'm dealing with yet. I'm like, I
Yeah.
suspect it's the fairy people and like that's so cool, but like I don't, out of respect for them, I don't
Yeah.
want to think I know when I don't, right? So I'm like, I'm just
Well,
gonna sit
that's
here,
exactly it.
observe, take a minute. It's kind of the place
Yeah.
that you would go take a notebook or like you would journal a little bit, do like like some thoughtful thinking. I don't know, but right. So
Reflection, you mean?
reflection, just some thoughtful thinking.
Ah, yes.
But yeah, so I said, we'll come back and we can do that kind of stuff or
And you
even
mentioned bringing an offering too.
yeah. So yeah, I actually while we were sitting there, I said, "Is it okay if I say some words?" And she's like, "Of course." So I just like thanked them for allowing us into their space. Kind of set our intentions as to why we're here. And we're very thankful for them allowing us like the safety to come in and like sharing their beauty with us. And then I said to Layla and I said to them, that we would come back with signs of gratitude for that. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll come back with like
Nice.
some muffins or like I've
Yeah.
just got like a bottle of wine in the fridge, like a little mini one. I was like,
Yeah.
perfect. I can come in, I can pour
Yeah.
sounds so strange, but I could pour one
Well,
out, but it's like
I would
an
even
offering
just
of
leave. I
sorts.
don't know, maybe just leave it there. I don't know
Yeah.
what you would normally
Yeah.
do.
I would bring the muffins for sure. Because wine is especially like that. Like I'd have to pour it and I'm like, and then I feel like I'd be littering if it was a wine bottle. Do you know what I mean? So I think if like something
Yeah.
without like litter would also be important to me.
Well, and that wildlife could also eat if
Exactly.
you or
Yeah.
if say that was going to happen.
Everything is safe for everyone that I make.
Yeah,
So I sound like such a granola mom, but I'm
you
not.
are. You're
I'm a
super crunchy,
I
Jess. You're super
no,
crunchy
the
now.
term for me is silky. That's what the TikTok
Um,
moms are saying now. A silky mom who's like, we let our kids eat. We are like we feed them what they need,
okay.
what they eat. And we also are
Uh-huh.
okay with scream time. I don't know. I sounded like I said scream
Okay.
time. Screen
There. Well, if
screen
anyone
time.
knows Maria, it's very
Exactly. Oh
much
yeah.
scream
We are
time.
fine with scream and screen time. Anyways, so
Whatever
yes,
calms them down.
exactly. Whatever your heart's desire. Is that what it is? I don't know.
Yeah,
That
that's
quote,
what
is that it?
I think that's what I always
Whatever. I
say.
don't know
I don't know what
what's that quote from?
I think we thought it was from like uh The
Whatever
Princess
your
Bride, but I don't
oh
think it is. But I've
yeah.
been saying it for so long that Jessica like, well, it has to be from somewhere.
So it's just from us.
It might
It's
just be
not
from
from
us.
any, it's whatever your heart's desire. I don't know. Maybe
Because
it's
I've
not
been
even the
saying it for
line.
so many years. I don't know.
So funny. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, so I thanked them. I said I'll be back with signs of gratitude. Thank you again, so yeah, we just like it was kind of a nice, it's like almost like a prayer space. It was really nice. And like you're sitting in the
That's
middle
so
of nature,
good.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I took some photos kind of and some videos of just like around. Um, yeah, it's really, really neat. So this type of place would be like is considered a portal from the mortal
Awesome.
world to the fairy realm.
Yeah, that is so
So
awesome.
which is really like so cool. And actually there was like a hole, which I mean I would consider like a fairy home in a sense. Sometimes you see like a badger hole or like a rabbit hole, like underground. But again, just like
Yeah.
placement wise, it just seems like there's another
Another way.
entry to a home. It's really neat. So
Wicked.
anyways, yeah, so it was really, really cool experience. And like it's just right in my backyard. So I'm really excited to kind of learn a little bit more about it. And I'll document when I
Yeah.
go and take some goodies to them. And
Well, even to bring like your pendulum or like your cards or something,
yeah,
like it'd be interesting to see the readings that you could get out there.
yeah,
Or even bringing
right.
Anthony. I don't know
Yeah.
how,
I wonder
see
if
if
he
he
would be
could bring up
interested in
anything.
that. I really do. I mean, like, I'm not, like, as we've just chatted about before, like, I'm not a fan of the Ouija board.
I
Or
wouldn't
any like
necessarily bring a
part of,
Ouija board out
no, but
there.
like as of like a any other communication device. Oh my gosh, I should get some what are they
Yeah,
called?
rods.
Some rods, like lightning
What the hell
rods.
are they called? I know.
Spirit rods,
I don't remember. Lightning sticks?
roots,
No.
like lightning sticks. But yes, I
Silver
should get
wood,
some of those.
silver rods.
I can make those. I don't need to like buy them.
I
But
have
yeah,
it
I'll
on my
definitely,
Amazon card.
that you've got them in your Amazon cart.
Yeah, I was gonna buy them.
What? Can
Yeah, I
I add
know.
them to my Amazon cart?
I'm sure you could. I gotta find
Rods.
them.
Rod are they called?
Rods.
Rods. Rods
Ah,
for magic.
magic rods. Yeah.
Magic rods.
What is it?
Rods
This is
for,
what happens when your wish list is too long and you're like, what the hell?
exactly. I don't know. I think what I'm Googling isn't correct, obviously. Rods. A spirit rods, water. Aren't they like something to do with water?
It can be like water
Here.
sticks or whatever.
Spirit. Dowsing
Spirit.
rods. Oh my gosh,
Ah,
Jessica.
we were just so
Oh my
wrong.
god, you can get a three-piece divining rods, copper, and dowsing pendulum. Includes two retractable paranormal. Hold on. Two retractable paranormal divining rods with copper handle and one pendulum. Wow, pendulum pendant for ghost hunting, energy healing, and divining water. That's really
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah. And the one that I have in the thing was the dowsing rod copper for ghost hunting, divining water, gold, buried items, etc.
I want
And then you
that.
includes like two pendulums. Yeah, the L
Yes.
rods.
It's so cute. I hate that it's from Amazon, but I won't be able to
I
find it
know.
locally.
Yeah, you can from
Oh my
Pam.
gosh.
Pam has
Oh,
them. Didn't she do it in front of us?
yes, she did. Yeah, but
Yeah,
then
because I was
didn't
like, I'm gonna
she,
buy them. And she's like, I just made them. She went to Home Depot.
yeah, that's right. That was gonna say, didn't she tell us that when she just like, I just went there and I got some of this and some of
I
that?
just made it myself. And I was like, damn. Yeah. So if you
Girl.
go to Home Depot or any um home hardware type of
Home
store,
hardware. Nice.
then you can find
Yeah.
rod,
Okay.
rod. You can find copper.
Rod. We could find Rod there. Exactly. Oh my gosh. This is
I
getting
can't.
dirty.
I
Rod.
can't. But yes, it's $26 on Amazon, or
Nice.
it's probably a
Or
hell of a lot cheaper if you make it yourself. We'd have to like bend them and stuff,
exactly.
and then bless them, of course.
Exactly. Yeah. I
But
mean, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna research that. But that'd be great. I would bring something like that there because it's very like not, it's still in our realm of use. Do you know what I mean? It's not like,
yeah,
it's
it
not
would be like
scary.
your pendulum, though. It would be like
Yeah.
your pendulum.
I know, which is also missing. Because again,
Well, this is
is
like
what
your
happens.
second or your third one that's just been like poof.
I want to say third. My first one, like, it like exploded. I've got pieces of it. Like I've got all the pieces, but like it just like completely fell apart when we got
Burst.
here. So I can go get
And you lost
one,
one
but
before that. You lost
I
one before
thought,
that, I thought,
I'm
in
sure I
Canada.
did in Canada. Yeah.
You lost it, and then you got a second one. You got to Ireland, it broke.
Yeah.
And then you have a third one, but it's missing.
Yeah. Yes. I think so.
Yeah. Whereas
Anyway,
I'm still on my first one. It's
you know
still
what? But just like we said in like episodes long ago, like pendulums will like, they will
and
come in and out of
crystals.
use, right? Like, yeah, if you're not meant to have it right now, or if you overused it, it's like your spirit guides are saying you don't need it right now. So why do you need it? Right. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And like sometimes when a crystal is finished its job, then it'll get like super cloudy or it'll
yeah.
crack or whatever the case is. And
Yeah.
it literally is like, we're done.
Yeah.
We finished what we need to do. We're done here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's no longer useful. In which
Hmm.
case you bury the bitch. Anywho's.
Yes, exactly.
Anywho,
So
yeah.
so that
So
is Jessica's
that
plan.
was
She is going to do
my
dowsing
fairy, what
rods.
do we call it?
Dowsing
Fairy
rods.
circle. Sorry. Fairy
Fairy.
circle. Fairy rings. Hold on. There was a name of it. Fairy trees. But it was like a fairy tree ring. Anyways, so
I love it.
I'll
That's so
yeah,
cool.
I'll release that on Saturday when this episode comes out. It was really neat.
Hmm.
Yeah. What else do I
Oh,
have
I
to tell
love it.
you? Tell me what's on your
Um,
brain.
well, before I have heard from a little birdie that someone's visa is gonna arrive right away.
I mean, I hope so.
Mom said you got it today.
No, I got my passport back.
Oh. Well, that's not fun.
Passport.
Okay.
Because I've been requesting my passport for like fucking weeks, and they're like, oh yeah, you can have it back. But now they're like, all the documents were kept in Ottawa, so now they're sending that back. So I'll have them, which is great, but no visa.
Oh, well, that is super.
And you
And
froze.
anticlimactic.
Exactly. So no, you're wrong.
Oh, good.
So unfortunately, no. Yeah. So I'm like waiting on that. But at least then,
when she
because
told
I'm
me,
like,
I was so excited.
no, so I'm like supposed to leave the country, right? Like anytime now, but I've not been able to because they had my passport. Anyways, I was talking with my lawyer today or yesterday, and they finally permitted us having it back. So that's what it is. And I told Mom, like, I need it ASAP, please, because I like need to get out of here or book something, right? So the sooner I have it, the better.
So your visa will hopefully be there at some point.
Yes.
And they are sending it to you, or Mom from us? Like, we have to send it to
so they sent it to Mom because that was our last address. That was my application address. Oh my God, guys. Like, I could, like, this visa.
It's a whole thing.
Like, we have a lawyer helping us with this because, like, the first time was a shit show. Of course. I mean, the second time's still a shit show. It's just what it is. But yeah. So anyways, so she needs,
a lot of obstacles to live in Ireland for some reason.
I know.
Kids are good. Ryan's good. Jessica is just like,
you know, I do. It's funny because, like, obviously, like, on my social media, like, I post on my stories. I go for walks all the time because what the fuck else can I do? Like, I
drive.
I mean, okay, if I chose to drive, if I want to get insured, which is the biggest thing here, I'd be paying like through the nose. It'd be insane, like 3 times the prices it should cost. That's why we're not doing it. So I mean, I could drive, but it would be at a very hefty price. So in the meantime, like, we have a car that I can't, I mean, I can drive because my license is valid, but I'm not insured to drive the car. So God forbid anything were to happen, knock on wood,
you'd have to rent a car like a tourist to be able to do it. And that
I'm
also
still paying exactly. Whereas I've already done that twice already, and it's like, it's so expensive. Anyways, so
well, it's so unnecessary. We're like,
so I'm housebound in that sense, where I like can't drive into town by myself. Like, I drive Colin to school because it's like 5 minutes down the road. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not going down.
That's different.
Like, I literally go there and then I drive home, and then I go back and pick him up, and then I come home. So that's it. So anyways, so I do lots.
So she has her visa, then you'll. So once she does have her visa, then you'll actually get to see her alone in a grocery store.
Oh my God.
Or out for lunch by herself.
Exactly. When I get my visa, you will see on my Facebook that I have changed my living from here to there. Like, that is
literally be everywhere.
That will be everybody's. Oh, that's so funny. Sorry, I had a client just respond. She's like, oh my God, I totally forgot about this. It was like 3 weeks ago. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. But anyways, so that will be the cue to the world that I have my visa when my address changes. That'd be great. And I don't know. But so in the meantime, yes, that is my plan. I'd love that, but I know Mom's like, where are you gonna go? You should go to France. I was like, I could go anywhere, but also I have children, so we'll see.
Well, where would you, like, if you were to just take a little mini holiday, and like, because you can.
I literally haven't been anywhere but Ireland and England. And even in England, I've been like London, like in like the general area, like the main part of London and like outskirts. And then what is it, like southeastern England. So like Weymouth is where Ryan's family's from, Portsmouth and that. So
you'll have to forgive me because I don't know geology very well.
That's fine.
But Scotland is a different country, right?
Yes, it is. It's not part of Ireland or England. It is part of the United Kingdom.
That could count though. You have to leave the United Kingdom.
No, I'd have to leave Ireland.
Oh, okay.
Country of Ireland.
So what if you went to Scotland to do the Stonehenge there?
I know, that'd be fun. Yeah. Is Stonehenge in England though?
I thought it was Scotland.
So funny. I'm pretty sure it's in England. Stonehenge.
So that's how little I know geology was.
It's in Salisbury, UK. So let's see here. Salisbury, UK.
Sounds like
it just says UK, United Kingdom. So I don't know. Let's look at a map here. Because it doesn't say, it says England. Yeah. Whitfordshire in England. It's gonna say I'm like, so I mean,
in Scotland. What is the thing that can draw you to Scotland then, other than of course where Outlander was filmed?
Me Googles what's cool about Scotland. the Loch Ness. I don't know, like metaphysical,
Ooh.
physical things in Scotland.
Like Jessica,
The
at this
Highland
point, if you're
Games.
gonna be, ooh,
And actually,
if you're
I
gonna
think they're coming
be,
up.
bound there for a little while, like having to like leave the country
Oh,
every 3 months,
totally.
you might as well go take like a metaphysical journey every time.
Oh, I fucking
Why
love
not?
that. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
Inverness is
do it.
where Inverness and surrounding areas is where Loch Ness is.
That would be
Let's
so
see
cool.
here. I mean, there's lots. The Standing Stones at Kilmartin. Oh yeah, that's cool. Anyways, there's lots to do
You
everywhere.
know where you should go?
Hmm.
Oh, what is that place called that Bobby told us about? That school.
Oh yeah, it's in
Oh
England.
man. Is it in England?
School of.
That that school, and like take a tour there, or like take like a course or a class or something when you go there?
Yeah, yeah. Hold on one second. I just have to speak with Brian. What's up? Yes. Okay. Okay, love you. Night. He's like, "Are you recording?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then
I
he
know, I
just
could
like,
hear the
and
whisper.
he's like,
Are you recording?
"Okay." Just backs
That's
away
hilarious.
into the night. Yeah.
I
Um,
think that you should take a course at that school.
Magic school.
Well,
School, England.
I think Bobby had us
I'm
write it
sure I
down.
have it. I know I've looked at it already. Like I've definitely. It's not magic.
I
No. Oh, Bothwell
yeah.
School of Witchcraft. Is that it?
I don't know, but that sounds awesome.
Bothwell is a witch school. The UK's largest magic school. Oh, role playing event. I mean,
You know
could
what?
you?
Still could be fun.
You're
Still
a
could be.
wizard,
Oh, here's
Harry.
Bobby.
Bobby,
Okay.
where are
Nope.
you?
I did not write it down. Shit.
That's
I
fine.
thought I did.
I definitely have it somewhere. It's probably in my notes or whatever, but I could ask her easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, that's
Yeah, I
exactly
don't
it.
know. The
You just took the
future,
course. Oh
I
my
need
God.
the biggest thing is I need my passport. So wherever I
Yes.
go, as soon as that's in my hands, yes. Yeah.
And then bring your laptop and we will podcast from wherever you decide to go. So that way we can do a live on location.
A live on location. I was saying we should do like a live of like an Instagram live or something. Or
We
YouTube
say that
live.
every time. We say
I
that
know.
all
We
the
just
time.
have to fucking do that. Like, why aren't we doing this as a live right now? That's where I'm like, Jessica, Brittany.
Well, we have to do it. We
What?
have to.
Do we have to advertise it? No, like who cares?
No, not at all. We just have to plan it on a time or a day of the week that most people will have their phones available to listen to,
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
which will probably be like a weekend. So maybe Saturday.
I think if we just like show up and be like, oh my God, they're live, that's cool. And then they would just check in.
Mhm.
That's what I think.
Totally. We can do that. And then we can save it
I think
as
we just,
a
the
video.
less planning we do, the better, because that is where the
Yes.
good stuff lies.
Yes, exactly. We can definitely do that. That'd be fun.
Yes, I would love that.
But we both can't. So one of us would have to be in our own personal accounts, and the other one would have to be on Basic Banter because we can't.
Oh yeah.
We can't both be on.
Oh, we can't exactly. And I can tell when we're on like the Instagram, I'm like, oh, Brittany was on here because I'm like, oh, what's our message? I was like, oh, it's from Brittany to Basic Banter, so she wants us to see it, but it's like
Yes.
for us for later. I mean,
Yes,
because I do that too.
And you
I'm
do
like,
the same thing.
I do the same thing
exactly.
exactly.
Or I'll send a reel that I found on my personal account that I think is funny. That I'm like,
Mhm.
I need to post it on the Basic Banter account.
Exactly. We
So
have to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like looking there right now because I know that like all the things. Anyways, yeah. So
Yeah,
I definitely
we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that after this post. Maybe we'll do that within the week.
Yeah.
Why not?
That'd be good. I'd love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also are we are having like kind of a guest call out. If there is anyone who would like to be a guest on the show, we would love to hear from you.
Really, it's like if you've got anything you want to chat about. I mean, we have some guests lined up here, but like, I mean, that's great. But like, I think people think we're like picky and we're not. We're like, y'all, you want to chat about magic? We love it.
Yeah.
Chat about your morning ritual? Fucking bring it on.
Yeah,
or like,
we're open to it.
We love it. Your cursed kids. Yeah, girl. Yeah.
You want to come hang out with us virtually? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Until Jessica's here in the summer.
Exactly.
And then you can hang out with us in person.
Exactly. I think that'd be
and then maybe at that point we'll actually plan like an event.
That'd be fun too. Oh my God. We should definitely like
well, we are and with Bobby. We're gonna do crystal grids.
That's right. Crystal grids. Yes. I'm excited for crystal grids.
Like, how do I remember this and you don't?
I don't know. Apparently my brain is like scatterbrained, but that's like,
that's right.
That's my life. This is like, oh yeah, this is like way back in our conversation. I post a lot on social media. Da 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 da. I feel like people don't think I have a job because I'm always like out walking. Like, always in nature. I'm like, do people know that I actually do work?
Does, but she can't work at a physical location in Ireland outside of the house.
No, like, and I work for myself, right? Like, but like, I only work in the evenings, not because I don't want to work all day. I would, but my children are like crazy. Carnage is the word of the week. Is just absolute carnage.
That, and like, it's better than having to pay childcare on top of it, when if you can manage doing both in your day.
Exactly. So like, I work in the evenings, and that also works because all my clients are on like, they're 6 hours behind or whatever they are. So it's like great. So I can actually work when they're working or like awake. So anyways, so I do work. That's just my PSA. She has a job. Just so you know, I'm just not on vacation all the time. Like, I do have accountability.
I don't know if anyone assumes that you're on vacation.
I thought so today. While I was making supper, I was like, because I was doing my reel, I was like, do people I'm sure people are like, she's just chilling.
Maybe they assume that you're a stay-at-home mom right now.
Exactly. I mean, it's not untrue. But
no,
also, like,
and you're just limited. You're limited what you can do.
I'm just
so if you need bookkeeping, Jessica is accepting.
Or virtual assisting. I do both. So.
Yes.
All the things. Yeah. Yes. I should make that the clip for the week. Like, do you need a this?
Do you need a this? What a great advertisement, Jess.
Do you need a this? Exactly. I know, guys. I know. Don't judge me. Anywho, what else were we talking about today? What else?
That was the biggest ones. Those were the biggest ones, because there was so much to talk about the amazing ring of
fairies, the fairy ring.
And how I want to find, well, the goodness, there's the oh gosh, what's it called? The Divic place or something? The Divic Center, just outside of Saskatoon.
Divic Center, Divic.
Yeah. And so I think that's the closest to what I could find.
Yeah, which is really neat actually, because that's like pattern stones, and it's really beautiful out there. I've never been, but I've seen lots of photos. But even that, like, oh my god, I'll have to make a reel of all this stuff. I thought it was so cute, so cool, so cute.
Awesome.
Love all that.
Anyways, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump into the readings of the week.
I love it. I'm gonna do an animal one. I think that.
Ooh. I can't decide. I brought 2 decks and I can't decide which one I want to do, but I'm going to do one that I know I haven't done in a very long time, if not ever, on the podcast. But it's funny because this deck always gets asked for when I do readings, or whoever comes to my house, they just like pick it out. It's the Healing Mantra deck.
Oh yes, I like it. Okay, I'm going to shuffle, so I'm just going to mute myself. So you just do.
You're so funny. Why do you shuffle? Or why do you shuffle? Why do you mute yourself?
Because I'm like, my mic is here, and like I have like a portable desk, so I can work from everywhere. So anyways, only because, and I do a card shuffle. Like I do this kind of shuffle, like it's just like a generic card shuffle. But I
can't even do that if I wanted
to. See like what you just did. I would have muted that because that's my life. But anyways, so you continue.
Was it that loud? Was it that loud?
I mean, it's loud enough. Oh, sorry. It's okay. It's
but then people know that we're actually shuffling, and we're not just like, here's this card that we decided that was going to be.
Was that loud? What I just said there? See, I'm gonna get a complaint.
From who? Who's gonna complain, Jessica?
He knows his name.
Oh yeah. Right. I forgot.
He knows. He knows who he is. That's okay. I do appreciate all the feedback. Every bit of feedback. Runny noses.
We'll take it.
You say too much. I know this. We know these things. I haven't gotten the like one, but when I do my my edits for reels and that, I'm like, dear God, she says like so many times. Do a shot every time she says like. I just said like.
But you have to really train yourself to say something different.
Yeah.
And it's the same when people are speaking, or like public speaking, or talking to like their teams or whatever the case is. And instead of saying, you just pause. You just literally have to pause and then just keep going.
There you go. So instead of saying like, I'll not.
Yeah.
I'll just not. Okay. Anyways. Okay. So cool. I'm pulling my animal deck from Kim Kranz, my girl, my animal spirit guide, which I do want to get her pocket guide for this because I love Kim Kranz. Oh, the board game. I shared it with Bev after our session last week, or not session, our episode. Yeah. And anyways, I'm really excited.
A podcast episode.
Okay. So what is the collective? What is like the theme for my people? What do they need to know? Or what do they need to like wear on their sleeve for this? Because it's coming out Saturday. So like going forward in the next few days, that would be good if they, whatever wisdom they need for that first. There. Bear. Fancy.
A bear?
A bear.
Ooh,
Wait,
I like it.
Have I pulled? I'm sure I've pulled this before, but I like couldn't tell you what it's about. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I flush everything out after our episodes. Do you know what I mean? Like as soon as we do them, I'm like, and I don't know what we talked about 5 minutes ago. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah. That message was only supposed to be there for everybody, and then that's it. That's all.
Exactly. It's like I don't know, it wasn't for me, so why would I obtain it? But maybe it is for me. Mother Fudger. Where are
Mother
you,
Fudger.
bear? You know what song stuck in my head?
What's
there
that?
it is. Where are you, Christmas?
Of course. Of course.
She sings in March. Okay, waking up from spiritual slumber, beginning anew. Like this is definitely for me. Like I pulled 3 cards for myself prior to us starting this podcast. I'm like, oh yes.
You're just not listening to the message.
But also, like it's like springtime, or it's almost spring.
Ooh.
After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions. I love that term. And personal transformation.
What? You like the word cusp?
No. The phrase on the cusp. I just like it. So it reminds me of Glee. The cusp of new directions.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it is.
Enter cheese.
Enter cheese, exactly. Ew. Okay, the initial weeks and months of the spiritual guest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice. You have no choice, bear. Winter wanes and the warmth of spring emerges and your transformation begins. So when you're in balance, you're feeling inner strength, you're yearning to grow. When you're out of balance, you're feeling withdrawn, lethargic, or very heavy. To bring it to balance, movement and exercise, which I think is totally like
that's no shock. Most people need to have movement,
exactly,
like especially in springtime.
Exactly, and especially like Canadians, we don't get to do that. Like I'm like,
man, it's harder in the winter time unless you are really active in winter activities where you are so super confident in snowshoeing and skiing and hiking and like having all the stuff. And then there's me who falls on the fucking ice every 2 weeks.
I was gonna say you fall all the time.
Yeah, it's not so fun.
No, I get that. And I'm very thankful, like here when I go for my walks and that, I'm like I'm out, like the amount of stuff, like, or the amount of times I'm outside and being able to like walk for as long or as far, or do you know what I mean? Like if I'm walking for like an hour outside, like it's so good here, whereas like you cannot do that. I mean, you could do it, but you'd have to be like under 10 pounds of clothes just to do it, right? Whereas like
and then it depends on what area of the city they want to walk in, and it depends on how icy that path is, if that path is even cleared. And then if you want to wait till summer, that's awesome too, but then you get to deal with ticks because ticks are such a pain.
Okay, but you know what? Mosquitoes. Ticks here all year round, Brittany. All year round. Like they're like
I
sleeping.
did not know that.
No, I know.
No, I don't like that.
But that's a fear that's come out of mine. I'd rather, you know what? Cool. I don't like bugs. I don't like butterflies. I don't like things that I don't like bugs. I don't like
moths, nothing.
But like, I'd rather play with a spider than have any interaction with a tick. And I hate spiders. I'd rather have a butterfly here than play with a tick. I would scream and cry if that happened. You know what I mean?
And that's it. Like, I'm not afraid of bugs. Thankfully, I'm not afraid of much when it comes to like life, reptiles, or life in general. I'm not afraid of ticks either, but I just fucking hate ticks because they're so inconvenient. You never know if they're crawling on you until they've already latched on. And then when you found them either on yourself, your kid, your dog, or whoever, you're like instantly pissed. Like there is no, it's like 0 to 100.
And they're like fucking ticks.
Now I'm mad.
Yeah. So moral of my card is like, move your body. What's that song? Okay, nothing. I have to always do this to myself. Not everything needs to be a song, Jessica. I know. I was thinking about not Ricky Martin. What's his name?
I know.
His English.
Rock Your Body.
Ricky. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I know.
Robin
Williams. Robbie Williams. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the one. That's it.
Yeah, Robbie Williams. I knew exactly what you were thinking of.
All right. Yeah,
it was the weirdest music video where he tears off his clothes and then his skin and then his muscles.
And then his muscles.
He's just a skeleton.
You're
like, And I feel
Oh,
like it was at that point that I was like, you know what I need to learn about? The human
the
body.
human body. Okay, but okay, before you do your
Just ripped
reading,
off his glutes and threw them at somebody.
okay, hold on. Robbie Williams, rock, DJ, music video. When did it come out? Video.
Either early
Like
2000s or
when?
90s, late
Oh my
90s.
God. Like I can't even. Like it's so funny. Just like the photo of it. Okay, hold on. Where is it?
I'm holding on.
I know. Hold on. Hold on. Don't leave me. Don't move on yet. Okay. When
No,
did it come out
stop.
though? Because it's not new. Okay. It could be 2000.
Well, did you IMDb it?
I'm on Google.
That's not good.
DJ release date. That's so much easier. Why didn't I do that? 2000. Like amazing. July 31st, 2000. So
What a great year. What a
only
great year that was.
23 years old.
Ah, but it was such a gem. It still brings me back where I'm just like,
literally, if I sent you like the photo,
that
I'll
should
take a
be the
picture.
real music. That should be the real music to you asking for more applicants for your business.
Frightening, man. Like exactly. I hear you're looking for a DJ. I mean,
a virtual assistant.
A virtual assistant, and it's just like me as Robbie Williams in a suit.
Anyway. Or you heard, wait, I just messed this up. I hear you're looking for a VA.
A VA. Oh my God.
Virtual
okay,
assistant.
sorry. These photos are like outrageous. I'm like, oh my God.
I'd say share with the class, but not everybody's watching YouTube.
No, exactly. It's so funny. I'll like send them to Brittany and we'll just have a little chuckle afterwards because we like to exclude everybody. I don't like to include everybody in what I take photos of. No, hold on. Let's see here. For the Zoom people. Oh God. I don't know if I can do it.
Zoom people? You mean the
yeah, the people watching on YouTube.
The YouTube.
Like, right? Like it's so funny.
God, it was such
what?
It was just such a time.
It's outrageous, is what it is. Oh, did I take 3? Oh no, I only took 2. That's
but
so
it's crazy because like at any wedding that I've been to in the last say 23 years, like it never comes up. That song never comes up, and like that is the most bawling song. I love that.
Bawling. Oh my goodness.
Also, speaking of bawling, Jessica and I decided today that we would Google
was it this morning or was it yesterday morning? I don't know. Can we just tell them our schedule though? Because Brittany's got like pregnancy insomnia. Okay. So she like takes really long naps during the day. And then she's like up really late at night, which is cool and all that. Like, so right now it's, what is it? It's 10:20 p.m. my time and it's 4:20 Brittany's time. Yeah. And so we do our like podcast now. Do you know what I mean? So it's like my evening and her afternoon. Great. Cool beans. Yeah. And then when I get up at like 6, 7, in there, Brittany's usually up still because she can't sleep, or she's had to sleep and then she's up again. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
So then we FaceTime. So it's like her late evening and my early morning. So we like literally, we talk all the time. People should know
that's
this.
The thing.
Like literally 6-hour gapped windows. It's basically sleeping times. It's like, I'll talk to you after I wake up. It's like, cool.
That's right. Anyways. But it makes sense for our life because in that way I can have, if I wanted to eat again, I could technically have breakfast with Jessica.
You could.
Absolutely. And then you technically could have like a late night snack, and mine would be like an early supper with me.
Exactly.
Or afternoon snack.
I did have coffee this time. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we just had some afternoon. We just chilled. But anyways, so I don't even know how we even got onto like the topic of what we researched, but do you want to tell them, or do I want me to tell them what we were looking at today?
We were I feel like I forget now.
It started with cap or slap.
Yeah,
and I don't know how we got on that. Like, that's cap, that's slap. And we're like, I don't actually know which one's which. So we found this like website, and Brittany and I are on whatever it was, like FaceTime or
we're on FaceTime,
one of the two, and you can share your screen. So I shared my screen with Brittany, and we're like, ooh, this is what that means. This is what that means. It was so funny. You could not tell me before. I would not have any idea what any of these are.
I had zero idea what no cap meant or slap. What was the other one? There was one other one that we were like, what the hell?
Yeah, no cap. I like literally, I was like, this is good. This is all good. Okay. That's not today's. Das is good. I'm like,
there was one more in there that we're like, oh, I don't know. I wouldn't normally put any of those phrases in my.
I would never say them out loud.
Repertoire of speaking. However, I do.
Sorry, go on. Yeah.
No, say
We
for it.
Googled what is cap versus slap. Is what I
Oh,
Googled. And then we found this article on the smartlocal.com. It's called 9 TikTok slangs and their meanings so us millennials can keep up with Gen Z kids. Like,
yeah,
it's
literally we're
so
like, oh man.
funny. So yeah, there was fax, no printer.
Oh, right. Yes.
There's
We're like,
no
okay.
cap, no
Yeah.
cap, which means
So there's
okay, wait.
cap and no cap.
Yeah.
There's
So
cap,
no cap means no lie. So
which is
cap,
basically like, I'm not even kidding.
like no cap, exactly. Yeah. So lie or cap means lie, and slap means
Right.
like truth or whatever, right?
That means
So
like that slaps. That
like,
song
I'm not kidding.
slaps.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, there's a rap lyric and it's called "Quit Capping," so quit lying.
Silly.
And then there's the CEO of blank.
Oh yes,
The CEO of dancing, the CEO of Top Knots is Brittany.
Top Knots. Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
If I'm gonna be known for anything in this world, it's got to be my hair.
It's gonna be your hair, definitely. Oh yeah, and then there was the "We stan a king or a queen."
Yeah,
which I didn't know
that in a sentence ever before.
I've heard stan, but I thought it was like when you couple two people together, it's like, oh, we stan them. It's like, what does that mean? But super fan.
Oh yeah.
So that makes sense, right? Bussin'.
Yeah.
Do we do bussin'?
Oh, right.
I don't think we talked about bussin'.
We did talk about bussin', but we never.
Yeah. It means it's really good.
Like, oh my god, that was so bussin'.
But it refers to food. So when you're chowing down on superb food. Superb food. That was really hard to say. That kind of makes you sink into your chair with absolute awe of how blessed your taste buds are. Like, for example, this KFC Double Down is bussin', so it's like amazing or whatever. And then there's slap or slap duh, which should be like, yeah, it is really good. Unlike bussin', which is usually limited to food, slaps can be used to highly praise or describe stellar standards of pretty much anything. So cool. And then hit's different.
Oh, right. The hit's different, right?
Yeah. So like similar to slaps, but it just hits different. As a so you know, there's that one. And then there's,
so that was our morning.
No, remember sheesh.
The sheesh thing, that was weird. I say sheesh when I'm just like, oh god, like that's not good. But for some reason, the actual sheesh is you pretending to inject your veins with cold water. Or no, wait, what was it? Ridiculous.
Okay,
where you're like, you actually...
It's okay, so think of the fat on the same levels of the kendama toy and bottle flip challenge. Cool. The noise of sheesh is usually accompanied by the ice in my veins gesture, which is like the or whatever, and the squint and bite bottom lip facial expression.
Oh yeah, it was just so weird. Yeah.
Like that.
But also, sheesh. Like, do you say sheesh then? Also,
it says
you just sheesh. Like do the you sheesh.
You sheesh. There are examples, because there's examples for us millennials. Sheesh.
I know, but there was pictures. There was the pictures of these kids, because you're kids. Because like kids. No one our age understands this shit. Sheesh. And I'm like, when are they saying sheesh? Is it after you inject your arm through cold or what?
It's another way to like it could be like damn. So I heard you have to go to a COVID swab test. Sheesh. Yeah. That was just their example. I didn't make that up. We didn't go to bestie, did we? A form of affection to build relatability and rapport when speaking to someone. Okay, well, obviously, in which sprinkling the word bestie softens the blow. Okay, so wait, can often be seen in the TikTok comment sections and can range from being positive and supportive to calling them out or criticizing them. Yeah, bestie, work it. Or this ain't it, bestie. And that is the last one. I don't think we did that one earlier, or we chatted about that, but very good.
I don't think we chatted. We think we said it briefly, and I was like, oh, I think we both use it, but we never went into the discussion of like how it can also be used as not so good.
So just when you thought Basic Banter for Witches was just for witches, no, we're millennials just trying to make it in this world.
Yeah, we're just trying.
TikTok.
We're just trying. Yeah. So we don't know. What is a TikTok phrase that you have heard that you're like, what? Help.
What?
And tell us, and we will just talk about it together. Before we leave, I want to read my card.
So sorry. I know, right? I was like, oh, before you do anything else, let's talk all about TikTok and no cap or cap versus slap. Anyways.
Okay. So Jessica's card,
I'm
the
sorry.
bear, springtime.
Bear. Go for it. Yeah.
Move your body, all that fun stuff.
Move your body.
Mine out of the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn.
Mm-hmm. Con.
Kahn.
Kahn. Yeah, Con.
Yeah. Is acknowledging apprehension. Oh man, I can't. There we go.
That's fine.
That's better. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no, which I feel like more people have to actually like.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
When it's a yes,
Yep.
nothing can stop me.
Yep.
When I'm unsure, it's always a no.
Interesting. Okay.
I feel like that goes towards like trusting your gut.
Things. Oh, totally.
When it doesn't feel 100%, don't do it.
It means no, you're not ready.
But like I fully believe in like when your body feels like it's like a full body, like holy shit, yes, like that's your body being like, you're ready, let's go for it.
Yeah, being ready to.
But when your stomach is uncomfortable and your body's like and you're like keep wavering back and forth, like it normally means like maybe take some more time to think about it. Don't jump on it yet.
Doesn't mean
So as you acknowledge any apprehension, recognize that either it's your heart trying to warn you of an old choice or pattern you're about to repeat, or it's a sense of unworthiness that makes you unsure about how to step onto the stage you dream of commanding. So this mantra is ideal for resolving indecisiveness, balancing impulsive behaviors, and trusting your instincts. So when it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no.
When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's a no.
Yeah.
Interesting. And honestly, that's very like, since reflective is a word that I forgot earlier, it's a good reflective statement.
I like it.
When you're going
the healing
through
mantras,
big things.
Which springtime always brings big things. Yeah. I read my March horoscope. It was like my March or springtime horoscope a couple days ago, and they're like, big things are happening for you end of March and April. And I was like, no shit, I'm having a baby.
Exactly. I'm having a baby. Exactly. Oh my
gosh. For the next year, your life is going to change. I'm like, I'm fully aware of that.
Like, and there's no going back. It's like a little dude is on his way.
He is coming in hot. He's been so head down this entire pregnancy, ready to meet the world and ready for his auntie to come home from Ireland.
Yes. I got to hold a baby today, which was really nice. My like neighbor Louise, she's got twin boys. And the little buddy. Yeah, they're so cute. And I got a whole one today. Awesome. They're 8 weeks. And I'm like, oh, hello.
Just 10 little weeks. Nuggets.
10 weeks? 10 weeks. Oh, and they're so cute. But also, like, my children were so big that, like, the way they are now, I'm like, oh, they're so cute. Like, I feel like this is how big my child was at birth. And these are like 3 months old. My large children.
Oh, but it's so funny because at the moment when you get to hold them for the first time, not having to birth them myself, they felt small.
Yes. Yeah.
But then you actually have like a very small baby to hold that's like 7 pounds, and you're like, this is a toy doll. This is
a baby doll. Exactly.
This is my baby doll. Serious
baby doll. Exactly. Actually, even my like nephew Theo, so one of my sister-in-law's kids, he's 3 months younger than Maria. Same size. They're like the same size. He's like tall, but he's so much lighter. But he's like, wow. He's like the same build as Colin, though. Do you know what I mean? Like just like
he has the Murphy genes.
Limbs. Yeah. Limbs like this, and Maria's like dense. Like
I've got Maria's built like us.
She's got like a Ukrainian baba, body. Yeah. She's gonna
like, I've got these child thighs.
Exactly.
And I love my life. Oh my God. For this morning for Jessica, last night for myself, Jessica was trying this new like high protein pudding or whatever, and like she didn't even like crack it fully open, and Maria's just like Hawkeye. She's like, I need it, but then she didn't want any. It was so funny how she was like, no, I don't want it, but you're eating it and I need to know what it is so I can decide myself.
Has to pass the vibe check. There's a term. I don't know if it's
cool. I
don't know if it's TikTok, but it's a vibe. Anyways,
it's a vibe.
Well, that was the episode. It was a bit of this, a little bit of that. We just wanted to like see how y'all were doing. Thanks for hanging out with us again.
Totally. And I want the feedback.
Yeah, send us the feedback and let's put out a post or like a poll. Yes. We could probably put out a poll anytime. We could fucking do it a few times. Maybe we should. And if you guys are interested in coming on or have anything to say or suggestions, like
we'll just throw it alive as well.
Exactly.
And if you want to jump on the live with us, and you just jump on the live with us.
We'd love that too. Yeah, that'd be great. Awesome. Well, Brittany, I
Yay!
love you.
I love you too. Where can everyone find us before you
They
leave?
can find us. Oh yeah, they can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Basic Banter for Witches, or you can email us.
Yay!
basicbanterforwitches@gmail.com. Yeah.
Crushed it.
Yeah, crushed it.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Yes, bye.
In the meantime, we'll
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to you guys on social media. Okay.
All day, every day. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.